Okay, hey there dudes, I'm Laddie, welcome to another video. It's the end of one decade as I'm filming this, and the beginning of another when I post this. You could say a lot's happened in a decade, and I thought in this video it would be the best way to have a look back through of me at the end / beginning of last decade compared to me at the beginning of this new decade. Me at the beginning of this new decade is me right now. I look tired, probably because I am, and I'm very different, as you can probably tell. I mean, if you don't know, then you must have watched none of my other videos. I'm a FtM trans man, and I was a different person back then. I mean, everyone's a different person 10 years ago, but I was exceptionally different. I'm still a weirdo though, apparently, because I decided the best way to have a look back at myself from 10 years ago was Facebook, to see the kind of things and photos that I posted back in 2010. I mean, it started pretty good. You know, I seemed like a cool person. I was very popular with posts such as "Hi everybody, lol." And this post here, I'm really into jungle things and love fashion. I'm cool and always chillax. I've got a hamster called Pinky Ponky. She's really cute. You know, I said it there, I'm cool and pretty chillax, so you can't really... That's January 2010. That's the beginning of 2010, 10 years ago. Oh, and the likes of "Don't read this, you'll get kissed on the nearest possible Friday by the love of your life. Tomorrow will be the best day of your life. You don't pass on to 3 people, you die within 15 days. Oh my god, of course I had to repost that. I could have died. Let's get to some photos. We've got a photo. So I was 10, well, probably 10/11 at this time, because I'm born June 1999. And this photo here of me and my mum, and I commented on my own photo. Oh, I look so cute. I don't know if I commented that recently or went back and commented on my own post about how cute I look. Okay. I definitely look different from then to now. I mean, we obviously know why, so let's just have a look at some other photos and some other cringe. I don't know what I'm doing. I can't say that I don't still pout when, you know, when I'm like taking selfies and stuff, so I don't think too much has changed. And it's interesting to look back at me roughly, you know, a decade ago and think that I would have no clue back then who I was gonna become now, you know what I mean? Like, I'm still the same person, but just so much is different. So much is different. My dreams are the same. I've always kind of wanted to do some kind of... I've always wanted to do things like camera work and acting, but at the same time I've always wanted to do physics, and I guess I'm doing both. One of them's YouTube, and I'm doing physics at uni, so I mean, it's working out. Okay, so I would show you some like videos of me when I was about 10, 11-ish back in 2010 and beginning of 2011, but those are the years I call the lost years, because on my family database, my dad took so many videos, as you've seen in one of my recent documentaries I made about my life growing up and everything like that, but for some reason, the years of 2007 to 2013 are completely blank. There's nothing in those years, and we call them the lost years. We don't know why there's no videos in those years. Nothing was uploaded, so the only thing I can find from 2010 is on Facebook. Let's just say I was a weirdo, and I still am. And there was me in private school. I was the shortest there. I looked the youngest. I was a late bloomer, you could say that, and at this point I was really thinking about leaving. Like at the end of the last decade, I was really thinking about leaving private school, because there were all these rumours going around of me basically being a leser, or like me being like some kind of sodomite, which was very true. I was very bisexual, and I always like have known that I've liked all genders. I've just never, you know, and I was a bit weird. I wasn't like the other girls, and so I was thinking about leaving at the end of last decade, and that's where I was. I was basically stuck in this private school. I know it's hard to complain about private school, but you know, I was stuck in this place where I felt like I couldn't be myself, and then at the end of that I went into private schooling and was basically left. And so I kind of, in this video, I didn't want it to be too long. I've rambled on for enough, but I'll cut it down hopefully. But I also want to speak about the channel and what I want, like not New Year's resolutions, because resolutions should be all year round, but I kind of want to speak about, like, I just realized my cupboard's been open this entire time. I can't be asked to refilm this. So of the last decade I was in this, you know, all girls Catholic convent school, not really knowing why I was so different to everyone else, and I was the weird one, so I got bullied as much as I guess anyone else does at that age. But you know, I was very different and shy and a bit of a loner, as I always have been, but you know, and didn't quite fit in, other than Darcy Hooper was one of my good mates back then that kind of got me through most of private schooling, because you know, she was one of my good mates and never made me feel like uncomfortable or never like bullied me. But now in this year, especially in the new decade, there's so much I want to do. Like resolutions, I want to put all of my work into getting this really good sort of first or upper second degree in physics and space science. I want to start my own little tech company. I also really, things need to change on YouTube, and I made a video the other day, I might insert a clip in here, and I was going to add it separately, but I don't know if you guys even want to see that, where there's so much I want to change with the channel. I've been kind of postponing making these videos, and I have so much content already filmed. It's just I'm scared to post anything because it always gets suppressed, and so I'm going to be making a change on my channel. And it's not just because it gets suppressed or demonetized or anything like that, which they all do. My most recent ones have been so suppressed, and even the Christmas Day one, where I just basically told everyone to be, you know, happy and that it'll get better and happy Christmas, that managed to get suppressed and demonetized. Like, how? So, you know, it's just really taken the sort of joy and passion out of making LGBT content. And I don't know if you've realised in a lot of my recent videos, and I'm going to be posting some that I filmed before the holiday because I'm going to be very busy, got exams in a few days, well, in under a week. If you see those videos, like, I just seemed so lackluster about it, speaking about LGBT content, because you guys know everything you could possibly know about my transition, about me as an LGBT person. I might make a whole other video speaking about this after this, but that needs to change. I want to start slowly moving away from it being 100% LGBT. Might do every 2 weeks I might do a thing to do with my transition or a Trans 101, but I think I'd like to go more into the tech stuff, more into like reaction and commentary stuff. I just want to be a YouTuber, not necessarily a trans YouTuber. You know, things need to change because YouTube's just crushing, just pissing on me without the courtesy of calling it rain, basically. So I'm gonna make the videos that I want to make, but you know, if they're all being suppressed, then so I want to get it a bit more techie. I want to do science stuff. I want to do the kind of things that I love. I'm going to do a poll soon so I can know what you guys want to see on my channel. And I was thinking of doing a big break, but I love my channel, and I wouldn't want to do a big break away from YouTube. It's one of my favorite hobbies that I do, and I just don't think having a break is going to help anything, but it does need to change. So thank you guys for watching this video. I hope you've enjoyed looking at me at the beginning of the last decade, and I'm really excited for the new decade. I want to get fit, but then again, that's what everyone says at the beginning, and I think I'm, you know, I usually get fit in summer-ish. I know I haven't been too bad with like my body. I just like to get toned, you know. Yeah, I want to do really well in my exams this year. I want to start a tech company and start doing some really cool things with YouTube. I want to publish my first book at the end of the year, so in about a year's time. And in the decade, God knows, God knows what'll happen this decade. So please let me know your New Year's resolutions, or what you were like at the beginning of the last decade, or you know, all that kind of cool stuff. Thank you guys for staying around and like watching me, and I'm sitting in making this video and it's nearly midnight. So I'm gonna edit and post this for New Year's Day. Happy New Year, happy 2020. It's the future, bitches. Please subscribe for more quality content and I will see you guys whenever I post my next video. Just spilled scalding hot tea on myself. Okay, cool.